You've tried cutting before, you work out, you thought you were eating less, you put in the effort. 8 weeks later, the scale moved maybe half a kilogram. Give me the next few minutes and I'll tell you why that happened and what to do instead. My name is Pedro and I spend 40 plus hours a week training people in person. And here's what I've learned. Most people never actually enter a caloric deficit. They think they do, but they don't. And that's the only thing that matters for fat loss. There's only one way to lose fat. Eat fewer calories than your body burns. That's it. Not intermittent fasting, not cutting carbs, not doing more cardio. Those things might help you eat less, but the mechanism is always the same. Caloric deficit. So why do most people fail? Because they are guessing. They think they are in a deficit, but they are not actually tracking anything. And your brain is terrible at estimating. You think you ate 1800 calories, you actually ate 2400. No deficit, no fat loss. Simple as that. You've been working hard, sacrificing, showing up to the gym, but you've been ghosting through a cut without actually being in one. That's not a willpower problem, that's a data problem. So here's what actually works, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You need to track your food for at least 8 weeks, every single thing you eat. I know you don't want to hear that. Pedro, tracking is annoying, I don't want to do it forever. Good, neither do I. But here's the thing, you need proof that you are actually in a deficit. With data, you are guaranteeing results. Without data, you are just hoping. Think about it like this, if you're running a business and losing money, would you guess at your expenses or actually check your bank statements? Your body works the same way. You cannot manage what you don't measure. So for the first 8 weeks you track everything. Use MyFitnessPal, use a notebook, I don't care. But you track total calories and protein, no exception. And here's what happens. Week 2, you start to seeing patterns you were completely blind to. But now you know, now you can fix it. This is your highest motivation window. You just started. You are ready to be uncomfortable, get your data, prove the deficit is real, and watch the scale move. Now, caloric deficit is what causes fat loss, but here's what most people get wrong. When you lose weight, your body doesn't just burn fat. It burns muscle too. Unless you give it a reason not to. That's where protein comes in. Your target, 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. If you weigh 80 kilos, that's roughly 130 to 160 grams of protein every day. Why does this matter? 3 reasons. 1. Protein keeps you full. When you are on a deficit, hunger is your biggest enemy. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient, so you'll naturally eat less without feeling miserable. 2. It preserves muscle. High protein with strength training tells your body, hey, we need this muscle, burn the fat instead. Without that signal, you'll just end up skinny fat. 3. It sets you up to what comes after. Because here's the truth most people miss. Fat loss is just phase 1. After you drop the weight, you want to build muscle. That's how you actually get the tone, defined look you're after. After 8 weeks of tracking, after you've proven that you can lose fat, we transition. You stop tracking every calorie. Instead, you follow some simple guidelines. Prioritize whole foods because they keep you full, protein first at every meal because the habit is already built, and make smart swaps instead of restricting everything. You're not eliminating foods you love. You are making strategic choices that keep you in maintenance without the mental load of tracking forever. This is how it becomes sustainable. You use the first 8 weeks to get results and build the skill of adherence. Then, you transition into a lifestyle that doesn't require perfection. Here's what this is actually about. Fat loss isn't the end goal, it's the entry point. You lose fat to see that your effort actually works. You build that trust to stay consistent. You stay consistent to then build muscle. You build muscle to create a body that actually matches the professional success you've already achieved. But none of that happens if you never actually enter a caloric deficit in the first place. You'll never know if you are in one unless you track it. So, here's my challenge. Commit to 8 weeks of tracking. Not forever, just 8 weeks. Prove to yourself that when you are actually in a deficit, your body responds. If you need help implementing this, if you need daily accountability, and someone who won't let you go through another failed attempt, send me a message. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.